What is up, everyone? Portal Master Studios here. Today we are filming. Well, I am filming, and Dragon is also filming, so we're both filming today. Pretty cool. Here's what Dragon's screen looks like. He's got that big fig, which is just such a cool one. Is that the first one ever to use a minifig face?
Technically speaking, no, because the Lego Chima mammoth figure used a big normal head on a big fig body. I believe that.
Oh, you're right. You are right. Dang. Welcome, Red Reality, Copper, everyone who's come to the stream. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Today is the long haul for me trying to schedule shorts for this upcoming week, as I will be inactive. So let's see what we can make today.
Heck yeah. I'm just going to be editing the... I want to finish up this... basically the intro short things before he comes up so that we can have that scheduled as well. That should come out then too. I'm gonna spend a little time off stream doing that, but always testing the portal effect, always varying it.
Oh yeah, it's so every time we have like a portal in our video, we get all the comments that like, "Hey, they finally did the thing." We're like, "Yeah, exactly." Hey, Sam Lego Brick Filmer. Red Reality says, "Why is Copper not here though?" And Copper replies, "Hello." Hey.
Copper's always here. Copper's here when you least expect it.
Oh, Red Reality says, "When is Copper not here though?" Bro, Copper's always here. Copper's always here.
Copper, I don't think he's missed a day so far.
Which is really impressive considering, yeah. Just considering.
Exactly.
Oh, that's not what I like to call in focus. Hey, that is not in focus.
All right, so we're testing out. I think we're going to test a variation of your magic missile summoning. I just want to see what I need to do for it to look nice.
Copper says, we got to figure out why you're 1 minute into the live stream before it goes live. So basically, Copper, I give me and Dragon a 15-minute buffer for every stream, or I try to nowadays, just in case we have like a technical error or something. So when we usually start early at this point, because now we have less technical errors until we go to OBS, and then I have to figure everything out again. But for now we are looking good with those early starts. Surprise everyone.
All right, what do you think in this short little clip here? Portal. Do you think this is too short or just right for the summoning the portals and the magic missiles come out?
I think that's just right.
That's what I was thinking.
Because they're fast.
Yeah, they're just little darts that fly out, maybe 2 to 3 frames per dart.
Love it. Copper says, we always miss your opening hello. That is true. That is true. That way everyone joins the stream late. So everyone is like, at the same level. So unless you're rewatching. In which case, you heard my hello.
Indeed.
Indeed, yeah.
All right. Oh, I know what I'll do to make it more... Make the opacity on the portal layer. Do we make it more opaque? Well, let's give it like a 75 opacity. And then give the missiles... Uh-oh. Car door's open.
Ah! Yep. Also, knocked over my camera, so time to restart.
Oh, no.
Don't you love that? Luckily, I was only like 11 frames in, so not
exactly. And at least you can't knock your camera over while you're editing, because that would be terrible.
Oh, that would horrible. Yeah, I feel like the equivalent of editing, like the equivalent of knocking the camera over while editing, is accidentally deleting your keyframe or your clean frame.
Yeah, that is a yikes. I'll tell you that.
Which is arguably worse.
That is just all around not fun at all.
Yeah, because it's like, hey, how do we make this work? And the answer is you don't.
Yeah, you just don't. It sucks, but no more. It
sucks to suck. Yeah.
Working was for someone who had a keyframe. It's not allowed if you don't.
Copper says, okay, so hello from the future, and that is correct. Also, I'm loving this minifigure face. I don't think I'd ever looked at it before, but this is such a good expression. Definitely have to use this in films in the future.
Okay. Let's mess with the opacity. That's the one thing that slows me down is opacity stuff. Like if I have to go through every single one and change the opacity, that I've said the opacity so many different times, but
Opacity.
that's what really slows the process down. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. You know what I've started doing with the erasing is I've started doing like the big brush on every frame, and then I'll go back and do like all the minute details where you gotta like use a smaller brush.
Oh, absolutely.
Copper says, okay, so next week vacay, gonna blow some money in Vegas. Ah, if only. Gonna blow some money in gas.
Yeah. Hey, it's better gas. Oh wait, no, never mind.
It's
Are
way
you
better.
driving up here?
No, I'm flying out there, luckily.
Okay.
It's literally, it's cheaper to fly out there right now than to drive, just because of like getting from California to like, where there's cheap gas.
Probably cheaper to fly somewhere in California to somewhere in California than it is to drive. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, so everyone always drives to Vegas from California, and I was just reading that like way less people are driving and more people are flying right now. Because just like you said, it's ridiculously. Our gas is like, oh my gosh, it's horrible.
What's it at right now?
It depends where you go. Like,
What's the most expensive and the least expensive?
I don't think it's right now, but it was 6 like a week ago.
Oh, ours barely breached 4 once. Like Holiday had it at 4, or Speedway had it at 4, but no higher.
Yeah, I hate the ones that are like right off the freeway, and they're like, if you know where the other one is, it's cheap, like half a dollar cheaper. Those are the ones that get people.
I think this Magic Missile is pretty smooth. What do you think, Portal?
Let me see it. Oh, I like that effect.
I feel like the way to really make it sell is have like the next time I make you do it, it's gonna be a bit more epic. It's gonna be like the hand flick you were talking about, and then the missiles like curve out and they like leave. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add pink lines behind them to create motion blur. Because
that's
clearly don't do enough work already. Okay.
So we got that 8-ball bot in the Portal Discord.
I hear it's pretty popular.
It is. People love it for some reason, which is so funny because like that was one of like 100 commands I just like randomly made, and the rest have been deleted at this point. But like I've been slowly adding in, with the help of our mods, more and more commands just to mess with people. And like, because like there's a bunch at this point, so like every once in a while someone will get a new one and they'll be like, oh, what? So either Copper or Caleb suggested like storage full, delete messages to clear up space, and seeing people react to that one has been hilarious.
So it's like the server is telling them to delete messages or something?
Yeah, but it's just like a random response. Like it doesn't actually mean anything. Like if you do it again, it'll give you a new answer. It's like, and also I love that people like have no respect for the 8-ball. Like if an 8-ball gives them a bad answer, they'll just be like, ask again. They'll just keep going until they get the answer they want. Which is like really,
oh my gosh,
that's the best way to treat an 8-ball.
Well, that's why you're going to it, right? Is the decision you want, not the decision that gives you.
Exactly. It's like this mind trick I really like, which is like, if you can't make a decision, flip a coin, right?
Yeah, and as you flip the coin, you'll know the one you want.
Yep, because you'll be like either happy with what you got or you'll be unhappy, and then it's like, oh, well, that's what I should do, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, let's see. Portal, what do you think about the lines?
Hold on, let me bring you back on.
Oh, it's not fast enough for the lines to look nice.
I don't think it's fast enough. For the lines, everything else looks good. Red Reality says, as a fellow artist, I like this, referring to Dragon. Yeah, it looks really good.
I think the lines need to be a little shorter and maybe after or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a little shorter.
It's not as much the blur that I'd like it to be, because it's maybe cutting off a little bit of the tails will do.
Okay, so get this. I was going like, you know those avalanche videos? No, those iceberg videos, right?
Yeah, maybe.
On like YouTube, where it's like it like explains like a topic and it'll go like,
Oh
yeah. So I was watching one of those on Brick Films because I was like, how much do I really know about all this stuff? And I felt pretty good. It's a really good video. I'll have to link it at some point. It's like an hour and a half, and it goes through almost everything. Like it's a nice history. But what I found really funny is what I didn't know. Like one of the very bottom tiers is there was this brick filmer, I guess in like 2011, who like faked his own death to gain views, like straight up for like a couple of weeks. I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Ooh,
Thought that was pretty interesting.
I like the slower blur.
Yeah, me too. So if we ever fake our deaths,
exactly, more views.
Yeah, apparently that's what I got from that story.
Oh,
that's what I got.
So when your staff transforms into a sword, do you know what the effect I'm going to do is? Well, the initial editing that I did was I erased the staff as it went along.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I'm thinking little portals open on each end and they close around it, and then the sword forms from the portals as they switch.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm gonna copy this so it doesn't screw me over with my clean frames, though.
Great idea. Red Reality says they really look good.
Yeah, I'm getting back into the stride with the drawing effects. That's what I love doing when I used to film, was like the really epic, like basically like borderline, like I just go for a mix of like drawn animation and stop motion animation. I find that's really cool for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here.
Oh shoot. Well, that'll work out.
Portal. Edit. Yeah, and from now on I do know that I need to draw, or I need to make sure the clean frame's still there whenever I edit, because I think that's what's been messing with me.
That's an annoying glitch.
It is. It's really nasty. And if we were to make our own stop motion app, I think that's the one of the big concerns I'd have fixed.
Oh, we would most definitely fix that. Yeah. Hey, Comic Nerd Brick Films 2009 says, hello, I'm back. Hey, says I'm finally going to see the Batman tomorrow. Oh man, you're gonna enjoy that. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It's definitely an amazing watch.
I gotta watch that movie.
It's so good. It's so good.
Is it on a streaming service yet?
In 2 weeks it goes to HBO Max.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
So, free trial time.
Exactly. It didn't. So now that I've backed up, it didn't save the.
Oh, that's interesting.
It didn't delete it because it knows that it can't get me if I do it.
Hey, the Brick Awakens says, hi, what is up? Thanks for coming to the stream. Denal Hakimi as well. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon for us. Time differences.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, Portal, what do you think about for the general what's it called? For the portal effects, do I go back and I add swirls in them? Like this, but the swirl is the color of like pink so that it alternates or something like that.
I mean, it would look good, I think. The question is, do you want to go back to every frame and add that every time?
I think the fact that it looks good is what's going to make me do it.
I think it's worth it, yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the down portal.
Comic Nerd Brick Films. Why am I struggling with that one? Says, what are you animating? I am animating some just some building shorts.
My brain fills in the bottom going up.
Dragon, you want to explain to them what you're editing?
So I am editing a character introduction, or like a test animation of one of the characters that almost said your real name, Portal plays in the D&D campaign that I run. The character's name is Gregalor, and he is basically Portal Master, but an elf. Lots of portal magic, teleporting around type stuff. So I'm animating his character, the special effects that are going into it. That's the final step that I'm doing. And I might even get into another characters depending on how long this takes me. But I've made a decision that I believe will take me twice as long for this one, so we'll see about that one.
Isn't that fun?
It's gonna look so good if I do it this way. Like,
oh yeah.
But the problem is going in with a second, much smaller pen to make spirals is gonna take even more time.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. Brick Awaken says it's good night for me. Exactly. Nighttime squad. I say nighttime, but it's like 7 for me. Comic Nerd says your channel's amazing. That sounds awesome. Thank you, man. We really appreciate it. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, it's a cheat code to making stories because the stories are already made for you.
That is a good cheat code.
Previous story.
Cheat code.
Cheat code.
Cheat code. Cheat. Oh my gosh. Cheat.
It's late in the night for it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so, late at night, almost 7 o'clock.
I've been following the saga of you taking SAT prep tests. How has that been going for you?
I have what's called a hatred for the SAT. I took one, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Look, here's the thing. I don't like tests, and I don't like sitting at tests, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't like them. So I've taken 7. I've taken one. I've taken like 7 PSATs now, and mine's in like June. So I finally take the SAT in June.
Wait, you haven't even taken it yet? That's a big yikes.
Yeah. So
how have you been doing on the PSATs is the better question.
So I took an actual SAT 3 weeks ago, but I'm retaking because it's like, hey, like I may as well try to up my score one more time.
Exactly.
So at least now that I've taken it, I have like the score of like, hey, you don't need to try to improve everything. This is like your worst stuff, so improve on that. So I'm only working on math at this point.
Yeah.
Ironically.
I know. I feel like I was always the math kid, and like over the past 2 years, that has dropped off for me.
Yeah, me too. I also I have this weird thing where like the English part of the SAT I almost enjoy because I think the reading part is interesting. There's a lot of interesting articles. And then it gets to and then you finish that and you're like, man, I'm exhausted. And they're like, hey, kid, want to do 2 hours of math homework, but it's graded? No, is the answer to that. Especially when it's like, ugh. So whatever.
Yeah, I got the pleasure of taking a practice ACT today.
Oh, how'd that go?
It actually went really well. I completely understand the fact that I got my lowest score in English. Math was actually my second lowest score. No, math was my third lowest score. It went English, science, math, and then reading was my top score actually.
Okay.
So, out of what did you get on yours?
Like my actual score?
Yeah.
What SAT's out of 1600?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's out of 1600. So I got a 1380.
Not bad. 13.
It's like 92 or whatever, but it's like whatever. I also didn't realize this. I guess on the SAT, if you miss everything, you still get 200, which I didn't know. Yeah, which is really odd to me. So it's really out of 1400. And every score should just take 200 points off of every single score.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Ooh, I like the staff effect even more now.
How do you do on your ACT?
I got a 28 on my practice.
And those are out of
36.
36. That's pretty good. That's killed my score.
The thing that drugged me down was my English score of 24. Like,
oh yeah.
it was 27, 28, and 31 in reading, which I was not expecting. But that 24 just brings you down, man.
My PACT, I think I got like a 21 or a 22.
Nice.
I hated that.
Yeah, it was rough. Like
it was so rough.
The time I was fine for everything except the math. The math I was lacking the entire time. Like I skipped so many questions to come back to. And by the time I was finished with the stuff I could do, there was 10 minutes left out of like 60. So I did like 5 minutes worth of questions and then I just put in my answers and guessed. And I did pretty well for that, but it's still Okay.
That test, man. I don't know why I thought it was only going to be one part, but I don't know.
Man, I love the sword transition so much. It just looks so nice. It's
looking amazing. Oh, we got some chat. What is up, Lego Library? Thanks for coming to the stream. Brick Awaken says it's 5 o'clock for him.
Dang.
Comic Nerd says I have MCAs on Monday. Ooh,
Ooh, MCAs are arguably worse than either of them because it's like there's
They
no
are.
point in you taking that test other than the school
Mhm.
going, hey, look, we can teach people how to do stuff.
Especially like the high school MCAs, I feel like, because it's like I'm not even sticking with this school anymore. Like I'm leaving.
Yeah. I heard a rumor that ACTs were optional, and so when I was going to take my ACT, I get that guy, hey, these are optional, right? I can leave. He goes, no, and I had to go take the ACT or the MCA. I was
Nice.
like, oh man, that was unfortunate. I was so hyped because I was like, oh yeah, I'll just go to my auto tech class after telling this guy that I'm not going to take the test. And he's like, well, actually, about that one, Chief, no.
Isn't that fun?
Always good.
Copper says Portal. Oh, welcome MBB Studios. Copper says Portal. You took the PSAT 7 times. You should have it memorized by now. Oh, it took me so long to figure out. Like, I don't know why, but I do this thing where I'm like, if they ask something, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely what they're asking. And it took me like 5 times to realize that they ask stuff like oddly, or at least oddly.
Oh
to me.
yeah,
I
they ask
finally
more
like understand the
really
question.
weird.
Yeah, you gotta like learn the question structure, which is bizarre to me. But whatever. Once I go to college, it won't matter.
Exactly.
These are to get there to college, I guess.
Yeah,
but
they're literally just to get to college, and like that's so dumb to me. That like your score is like, ugh.
It's the bizarrest thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this. I was talking to someone. I guess because like California basically got rid of the SAT. Like they don't look at it anymore. But all of the colleges like will still allow you to submit your score. So people still do because it helps you get in. I was like, well, they didn't really get rid of it then, did they? How does this piece come off? Hey.
Oh,
Comic Nerd asks. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, go ahead. Do chat
All
this. This isn't as important.
Comic Nerd asks, are you going to do a face reveal eventually?
Sometime? Probably.
Eventually.
Maybe.
Brick Awakens says, are you ever thinking of doing gaming? So, I mean, on another channel, maybe we'll do like a lot of gaming one day. But we were looking at brawls and possibly doing that when that comes out.
Yeah.
Every once in a while. Although with the filming, who knows?
I love filming on stream. This is really fun to do. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay. So the question I was going to ask you, Portal, is after you left, I realized that I had to ask which character arc was going to be next because Reeks is finishing up.
Oh, yeah.
And they so Daniel voted for Malcolm. I asked him before because he wasn't going to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But both of them voted for you because yours arc will be specifically, travel, the plains, and the sea, right?
Ooh.
So they're like, we feel like that's the best one. Which one do you think is, considering Malcolm is knowledge and magic, and Boat is taverns, luck, and what's the other one?
Well, I love a good bar, but I'm down to do mine. If everyone else voted for that, I'm down for that.
And I just want you. Why don't you guess at what you'll be doing now that like I've sort of set up everything?
I'm assuming something with tracking down my old pirate mate.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Especially since I just coincidentally asked you the name.
I that didn't influence me. I just figured, you're just who knows? That might not connect to anything.
Exactly. Of course
Exactly.
not. But yes, tracking down your old ship. Some of the quest hooks and items you've been getting, that type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's a fun one. I'll tell you that. That's the one I have the most planning on in terms of what like it would involve or potentially involve even.
Oh yeah.
I think you're gonna like it.
Oh. Comic Nerd says you guys should do some tutorials for stop motions. Good point. Wow. Jeez Louise. Okay. Sorry about that. No, that's okay. I have really weird alarm sounds. Like they're just random noises like chickens and stuff. I have a different sound for everything. It's the whole thing.
Hey, I mean, as long as you can memorize it, I guess.
It works for me. Because it's funny though, I had one for the dogs, right? And they knew the sounds. Every time they heard the sound, they'd be like, oh my gosh, it's time to eat. And like, no, that means it's time to eat in an hour. Like up to it. So I have to change the dog food sound every couple months because they're smarter than I am.
I'm clearly demonstrated by the barking at the squirrel.
Oh yeah. Sometimes they're smarter than me. Yeah, it depends. But to answer Comic Nerd's question, we have done some, and I was just looking back at our channel. doing like the month review, kind of looking at what did good, and apparently some of those popped off. Like all the ones, the breakdown that we did and some of the individual tutorials. So more of those will definitely be coming when I get back.
What if we break down one of our own videos that's like we
Ooh.
let people vote on what video they want to see, and then
I
we
like
break down
that.
like the specific effect we did?
I like that. Like you know, no. Like yeah, I like that. I don't know where I was going with that. I like it. Like there was a word I was thinking of, but like a director's commentary, but like tutorial.
Yeah. Behind the scenes.
Yes, exactly. I like that. MAB says break down the Moon Knight transformation. Well, there's a suggestion.
I saw that. I'm like, Portal, you're a genius. That was one of the coolest effects I've seen you do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Want to hear a funny story behind that?
Yeah.
So I finished filming that, and I was at the end. I was rushing a little bit because I knew I had to go somewhere. So I didn't clean up afterwards until 3 hours later.
Oh no.
And it gets funnier because guess who forgot to turn his lamp off? So nothing caught fire, but clay next in minifigures with the lights on. It took me like an hour to get the clay off of those figures. And I was like, I need Moon Knight for next Wednesday. So this has to come off. Luckily it did, but oh my gosh. That's why I use the duct tape capes. So the clay comes off of them. But yeah, that was a fun one to clean up. I'm not gonna lie. That there was like the toothbrush and the toothpick came out.
But Portal, it looks so cool because the individual strands were able to wrap on. What gave you the idea to do that?
So in the show, like the strands kind of wrap around him, which I thought was really cool. And I was trying to think how to do that with Lego, and I was like, well, it's not going to work with Lego. So then I was like, I have the mummy piece with the wrappings on it, so I could digitally do it, but I really felt like doing a practical effect. And I was like, yeah, we'll try it with clay, and if it doesn't work, I'll do like a digital effect for it. And I think it came out quite nice. I was kind of happy with it. So I think it was one of the better practical effects I've done in a while. How does this come off? So yeah, now I'm like, do I do that effect every time I use Moon Knight now?
Yes,
Or do
absolutely.
I do it?
I know
Okay.
it's going to be so much work, but it's just so worth it. And I mean, if you can add it into other stuff like his wrappings, like attacking someone or something like that,
Oh,
or
that would be lit.
even, I mean, like Spider-Man webs, you could do it a little bit, not as much, but the effect is just so nice looking and clean.
Each frame of that, hey, Shiny Axolotl, each frame of that took about 10 minutes.
I thought so. Like lining it all up, I'm guessing, and moving the clay without moving the camera and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I had to basically, what I did is I marked down where the figure was and I kept him in a straight position. And then I take him off of the set and mess with each individual strand.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then there's a couple pictures where it was like, oh, the strands move too fast or too slow, so let's redo that. But oh man, came out nice, I think. We got a question for you, Dragon. MAB says, are all stop motions you've been making on stream just tests for yourself? Question mark.
Somewhat. I've been getting back into it lately, so I want to make sure that the style's still there, the idea behind it's still there, that type of stuff. So I'm working on like really getting back into the drawing groove is the big thing for me. Like with the remote camera, the pictures are so much higher definition than they were when we were filming on the iPads that it's really become a challenge of, can I retain the amount of drawing finesse that I had before? And I think I'm getting back into it. Like this is a really, I'm very satisfied with what I'm seeing right now. Like that's the exact vision I had going for it when I started. And so that's what I'm looking for.
Perfect.
Because really, there's an image in my head of what I want to happen. And what I need to improve is my ability to put that onto the computer. And that's always been the problem for me.
I just got an idea.
Ooh, your ideas are always good. What are you thinking?
Okay, so we were talking about like the segments for the possible podcasts formatted on the stream in the future, right?
Yeah.
I wanted one more segment idea, and I think I just got one that I like. Because I see stuff like this all the time. I'm like, I want to talk about this. I talk about it on the live stream a little bit, but there's no visual. So what if we had like a segment where we break down like one cool effect we had seen recently?
Ooh, I like that.
Talk about it. All right, we could do that because I feel like I see at least one cool effect a week usually.
I do whenever I watch your uploads.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. You put a thing in the Portal Masters or the Portal Squad thing with like masking out like one frame or something like that. You said something, or like you put a blue strip in there so it was easier to mask.
Forest Fire's a genius, man. A genius. Oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever. I wasn't sitting at dinner. Something was happening, and I clicked on real quick to his stream because I like to see how he does stuff. And I saw this effect, and I was like, what is he doing? And I looked at it for a moment, and then I realized, and I screamed out, I was like, oh my gosh, this changes everything. So that like someone upstairs was like, quiet down. I was like, okay. Everything just changed. This is genius. Because like, so, hey, Agent Echo, what is up? Says, oh my god, I'm here. So right now we both erase on the app.
Yeah.
Which works well. I like it. What I've wanted to start to learn how to do more and more, because I know how to do it, but I'm not good at it, and it takes me longer right now, is how to mask out like in an editing software. Because when you do that, there's a little bit more you can do with it. Like I could edit out like a battering, like I could film a battering throw and like duplicate it, and I could have like a huge army through that. Which I thought, anyway, though, basically what he does is when something's falling, he puts a little blue sheet behind it. So he can basically say any color, like it'd be green if you were filming something blue. You put a green, it's like a green screen effect. And then basically, instead of having to trace around like we do, erasing it, you just say, hey, delete the blue screen. And then you just erase the wire. Like that's it.
Oh.
And it gets a cleaner, it meshes with the background way cleaner because of how it works. There's no every pixel is perfect versus when we erase like 90% of the pixels are good. This every pixel is perfect.
That would be really nice.
So I'm gonna have to mess around with how to do
what
that.
was filming me thinking? He jumped so far forwards from where he summons the portal. Like, look at this. He jumps like, well, I should have filmed backward or edited backwards, but he summons the circle and then he jumps all the way in.
Nice.
Gosh.
Agent Echo says he is in his superhero form.
Oh! Gosh dang it, I just realized why.
Oh no.
Portal, why do you think he would be fully there?
I'm trying to think about it. Why would he be fully there, Dragon?
Because it erased my erasings. Where he gets cut off. Hold on, let me go look at the saved version. There's a reason I
that was smart to make a backup.
I'm gonna have to make a backup on everything I do now for that reason, but
that's annoying.
Oh nope, that was in the original film too. I was just dumb. Okay. Good to know. I'm gonna I mean I can't really do anything because don't have a clean frame, but I guess I'm just doing a different portal effect this time.
Thick portal?
Yep. So he's gonna.
Yep. We've all done that.
He's gonna be like extended through the portal. I think is what the play is.
All right.
Or like it's gonna form around him as he falls into it, like a curtain.
MAB asks you, Dragon, is that the Monkey Kid guy?
What? Which one?
Is any of them the Monkey Kid guy?
No, I don't believe so because it's the Ninjago Big Fig.
So no is the answer to that one. By the way, I was doing some interesting math because I was like, okay, realistically, unfortunately, life is a thing, right? So we can't film 5 days a week. But I was looking at it. I was like, what if we did film 5 days a week? I was like, oh, dang. We would hit the watch hours by the end of the year.
Oh,
8 months or something. I was like, that's cool to know. So that was interesting.
Well, I think the idea is you need to get a good production process down. Like this, I don't think I could do this every single day. Like I don't think I'd have the amount of content. But if I was doing this 5 days a week in like a work schedule, I could probably get an episode out a week. Like
oh yeah, I think so too.
Because I'd take a day to film, which would be 8 hours of just straight filming. Maybe a second day of like half filming, half starting to edit. 2 days of editing after that. And boom, you're good. And you can take the third day to do production, tagged, all that stuff. And then you
And if
have
that was our schedule, everything would grow so exponentially.
oh, absolutely. Because you'd be doing short form once a day,
Hmm.
and I'd be doing long form once a week.
Yeah.
And we'd have longer videos plus short videos is profit.
That would be amazing.
If there's anything I've learned, stop looking. What was your aha moment you just had?
That was oh shoot, I just hit the camera, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. The shorts I can get away with it usually because of the dimension, the aspect ratio. Woo. Copper says you need 4,000 watch hours to monetize. Yes, Copper, and you can imagine with our longest video being like 1:38, brick film wise, it takes a lot of views. So that's why we like to stream. And streaming is super fun to hang out with everyone.
Oh, absolutely. Streaming is
Speaking of streaming, I know I said I was super ambitious last Saturday, and I was like, hey, we're going to stream on Monday, on Tuesday, on Thursday, and on Friday. And I actually planned to do that because my schedule got super opened up. So we streamed Saturday, and then I streamed Monday, and then me and Dragon streamed Tuesday. And Monday night, I could barely talk. And I was like, that's weird. I must be like having allergies or something. And then Tuesday night, I finish, and I can't talk at all. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the stream, isn't it? Because I'm not used to talking that much, I guess. Because I don't I'm an introvert, so I don't talk too much. Like not for like 2 hours straight. I don't just talk, for the most part. And I killed my voice apparently because it got worse. Like I didn't talk at all Thursday night, and then Friday night, I'm like, I really want to make sure I can stream with Dragon Saturday, so I'd rather skip the Friday stream because I can still like it was like like the raspy like voice,
Yeah.
That was it. And I'm like, this is not going to be great for a stream. So
yeah, it's fine. I had some homework to do that night anyways.
I was so sorry to cancel because I'm like, I really do want to stream, but I'm like, I'm just going to be sitting there and Dragon's going to be doing all the talking.
Yeah, I made sure to get some extra sleep for the ACT prep or the ACT thing I had in the morning, which was I would have preferred not to do, but like kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like it's such a like an annoying time slot. Like, oh yep, 9 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. Yep.
Ugh,
Wake up. Get enough sleep, but make sure to wake up on time. Yeah.
Because those two things can coexist.
Oh, absolutely. Always. When do they not?
Yeah, of course. Welcome, Lucas Mamba Films. It says hi, hello. Copper says, okay, 2,000 subs, 24-hour stream.
Oh, jeez, mate.
Oh,
no,
man.
not 2,000. We're too close to that. Maybe like 5,000.
That's my role usually. Commit us to crazy stuff.
That's too crazy for me.
5K.
Maybe. How do you like?
We'd have to be in a position where we could stream for 24
yeah,
hours.
I think that's the big thing. Like, I have no doubt that we could stay up for 24 hours, like filming and editing or something.
Oh yeah,
especially if we had a schedule and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this. But I don't know about like straight up time slot. We'd have to really make time for it.
We'd have to really make time for it, and like, we'd have to like either order like Uber Eats or something to get food and have a lot of caffeine, or at least for me.
All I'm saying is, when you move to MN, right? If we're in the same house, right? 24-hour stream is very possible. Just like
that's a good point.
Take like the week, they're like the 3 days off of work. Make sure it's not on like a school day. So it's like, okay, we don't have work the day before, so we can sleep early. We don't have work the day after, so we can sleep in, and we just send it through the middle day. And I mean, if you're coming here, you're living with me and 2 other buddies who I'm going to be bunking with for the year that you're not here. And I could say they could grab us some food. Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be lit.
I Plus, like the way that your portal works here.
Yeah, me too. Plus, I think if we did a 24-hour stream, we could get like a couple other people to join for an hour here and there, like other YouTubers, and that'd help a little bit. You know? But 24-hour stream would be lit.
24-hour stream would be a lot of time.
Oh yeah, but it's 100% something we want to do at some point.
Oh yeah, it's something we have to say we did. So.
Yeah, and it's something we'll finish and we'll be like, never again. But knowing us,
absolutely.
At some point we'll be like, hey.
That was kind of fun that one time we did that.
Yeah.
We'll only remember the good parts.
Yep.
And we'll go, yeah, that was perfectly fine. Why don't we do that again? And then we'll do it again. We'll go, oh, why did we ever do this?
Copper says you can fill up on Lego, carrots, pizza, and hot dogs. Look, hopefully by that time we're monetized.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some bigger sets to build too. Do some building challenges or something.
Oh, the duct tape challenge is part of the 24-hour stream.
Oh my gosh, we'd have to do that early in because at the end
we'd be so out of it. So I remember, I mean, it was like a 5-hour time stretch, but I was fixing Boat of Passing Lakes computer with a buddy of mine.
Oh, yep.
Because it was broken and he couldn't play D&D because his computer, like, I don't know what happened. It was something like the graphics card tried to update and then corrupted itself. So, classic computer mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And so me and this other guy, along with Boat of Passing Lakes, were at his house for 5 hours. Because first 30 minutes, we're trying to look at what it's doing. We like tipped over the Wi-Fi like receiver on top of it as we were moving it, and the entire computer cut out.
Oh.
It took us 3 hours to figure out that we had accidentally unplugged the CPU when that had fallen over. So we were going through everything. We went to Walmart to buy a new battery for the little onboard battery for the software that's there in case your computer crashes. So that you can still boot it up. It's got an onboard power reserve so that you can do stuff. And we thought, oh, that must be dead. It must have just died. And we got to the point where we were just taking everything physically possible out of the computer. And I come along and I go, oh no, this isn't supposed to be unplugged, is it? And they're like, oh no, it isn't. And it was euphoric and it was terrible because we realized what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And once we'd gotten that done, it took us 2 hours to get to a point we thought we had fixed it. And then the next day it didn't fix. So,
oh my gosh,
the event, you just took it into the shop at that point. Like it was a lost cause, and it's fine now.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Welcome to Imagination Studios. Thanks for coming to the stream. Nice to see you here.
Oh, I remember the point I was trying to make there. At the end of that, we were so out of it. We made up our own version of Slapjack. It was like so many extra stupid rules, and we called it Crackjack because at that point we were all sleep deprived. Like how when you're really tired, you get like really slap happy.
Oh yeah,
that's what we were like the entire time. So it's 3 guys with a deck of cards waiting for a computer to do something, and just like completely out of it. And I think that's probably where we'd get at the end of that stream, is what I'll say.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, that but 24 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see this final portal effect. And then the head will come off with blood, and then I'll add in a little bit of extra portal stuff in the back.
$24-hour stream, but every donation we add another hour.
Oh no. No, because we'd be going for a week. Like,
imagine the channel stats, though.
Bro.
Think of the analytics.
All I'm saying is it would have to be spring break.
Oh,
there's no way we could do that normally. Just, take the spring break off, and we're like, okay. I mean, if you think about it, depending on how much we worked that week anyways, or I say I did. I don't know what you'll be doing. I assume you'll get a job, just for logistical reasons. But
I thought you said religious reasons for a moment. No. I was like, what kind of religion?
what religion?
I don't know about you, but
no, but logistical reasons, right? I mean, I guess if we saved, we're like, okay, we're gonna save $200 to compensate for the fact that we're not gonna work at all this stream.
But, well, the idea is outside of the 24 hours, everything's paying for itself. Like it'd be we'd say like this donation is half an hour, this is an hour, whatever.
But I mean, how much would make up? Like it'd have to be equivalent or similar to our hourly rate. And that'd be $15 or something, or $10.
But think about this. Okay, that's the first. We could do $10, I think. But think about this: the channel stats alone from that kind of stream.
I guess, but still, it sounds so cursed. They would mess with us so hard.
That's what I'm saying. We could have one of those donation sites, right, where you could buy extra hours or minutes. But you could also, Lucas Mamba said, I also thought Dragon said religious reasons. But you could also buy stuff to mess with us, like a slime bucket or something.
Oh.
And they could pick what happens to who.
No,
Yeah.
you're making it worse the more you talk, but it makes it all the more appealing.
See, this is why I come up with ideas on stream. That way I can be like, hey, remember that thing we said?
Now
Now
we have to
everyone's
do
saying we
it.
should do it. Yeah. Exactly. People hold us to it. Copper says, I had some interns that set up a computer and printer for a friend and could not get it to work. When I inspected it, they had plugged everything into a power strip and plugged the power strip into itself.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's amazing.
Infinite power.
I did not realize, which is stupid. You know how in the movies they plug in too many things into one outlet and it like explodes?
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Yeah. So I knew it wasn't how it works. For some
But-
reason, I had
You-
this notion that nothing would happen though. That you can just
Oh,
keep plugging
no.
stuff into one outlet, which is also not how it works, by the way. So we get to this house, and this is like this new house, like 4 years ago or whenever it was. And for some reason, the way they designed my room, if you want to put a bed against a wall, you only have two outlets, and one is by the door, which is useless. So I have like one realistic outlet, right? And finally, like I now have one wrapped under my bed because of what I'm about to do. But or what I was about to do. I basically got one of those extensions that like turns one outlet into six,
Oh
you know?
no.
And I plugged an outlet that turns two into seven into it.
What the heck?
I thought, hey, this is a real good idea right here. This is 10,000 IQ. No, that was a stupid idea, man. We didn't lose the power or anything, but sparks started to fly and nothing charged because like none of them had enough juice.
I like the idea that you're just sad that it didn't work. Like the fact that it was on fire was fine with you to a certain extent. It's the fact that, oh man, it didn't do anything though.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw sparks and that wasn't. Yeah, the dragon's right. I saw sparks and that wasn't my like, oh shoot, I need to stop this. The sparks were like oh, that's kind of cool.
I accidentally light my house on fire away.
Oh yeah, I think sparks are so cool. I had this blanket one time, because I think I was at a hotel or something, and this blanket I thought was so weird because I could like, it was so static, you could barely move it. So then, I'm finally like, I'm ready to go to bed, right? I turn off all the lights. I flip, like, you know how you flip the blanket so it fills the bed?
A little bit.
Sparks flew off of this thing.
So if
It
you
was
have a really
crazy.
staticky blanket, you hold a knife, like a butter knife, and you have
Okay.
someone run it over your head, and the static electricity will conduct at the end of the butter knife, and it'll start
Oh,
just
that's so
crackling.
cool.
Also, if you have static electricity and you're wearing earbuds, it will shock you in the ears.
Oh,
I found out the hard way. Like I was listening to music and I was under the covers and I sat up. So this, of course, the blanket
oh,
just slid over my head and I just got zapped the frick out of my inner earlobes. I was like, oh, what did I do to deserve this?
that's
Why?
painful.
Yeah,
That's painful.
that was rather interesting. I'll tell you that.
Brickaholics, what is up? So just popping in to say hi. Hello. Thanks for popping in like that. We should do one stream where we're just like extremely pessimistic for no reason.
I think that's just
And, like-
me normally.
Everyone's like, good morning, and we're like, what's good about it? Which is my favorite reply, but people always get like so upset when you say that. I'm like, yeah, it's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Why do you have to be mad? It's only a game.
So this is the 2 out of 4 parts, editing wise.
Yeah, the other ones are pretty simple though. I don't even think Boats needs any editing.
Isn't that
Maybe
nice?
maybe transitions phases because it's really just him like jumping. So if I were to add like a very light opacity blur like effect from where he previously was, it'll
Oh,
give
yep.
more movement to it. But
Yeah, that's a nice effect. That's not too bad.
yeah, the real problem I'm about to face is I need to clean up this guy's like the blood around his head so it's a bit more clear, and I need to go back and add the secondary swirls to all your portals. So
Oh man.
let's take a look. It always takes a couple times through to properly render it.
It's funny, like basically right as we started filming, we were like, you know what should be one of our main characters? is a crazy portal dude who's gonna take way too much effects. And then we just stuck with that for our forever.
Well, we're like, you know what? This is kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
It was really cool, but still, why was it necessary to have it be so much work?
It's so cool. I feel like we've always been at the point where like we'll do something and we'll be like, it's gonna be a lot of work, but we'll just do it once. And if it's cool, it's like, well, we got to do this forever now. This is our thing.
I know. Like that's a reoccurring theme. It's like, oh, well, too cool for us to not do again.
Yep.
That's the Portal Master way. We try experimenting with something and we're like, dang it, we made a really cool effect. We got to do it again.
And again and again and again. We're gonna make it the profile, half of the profile of our whole channel.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Speaking of which, I got to make us a banner at some point. So if anyone has good banner ideas, because right now it's just a bunch of different pictures of our profile, and the only difference is like the color, and it has like the old Portal Pod logo on it. So I do got to change that sooner than later.
You know, do you remember how I did the swirls before I could onion skin between them?
I think you just kind of... Oh, you could copy the drawing. You would copy and paste it.
Sort of. What I would do is I would have two different sides of the swirls that I would do variations of.
Oh, okay.
So in this case, the swirls are specifically... I know that this one was on the bottom, so I will do the start of the swirl up higher.
That's nice.
And that is the only way I was able to keep the swirls looking shifting. Now that I have onion skin, I can do them much better. But it's still the same concept. For anyone who wants to copy our portals, that's how they're done.
Hey.
Because, you know, our effect is such a trademark.
Okay, that's going to break it, so let's not do that.
Oof. How are you breaking something?
I want to attach this thing, but unfortunately the top and the bottom is studs. And I need not studs. Oh, wait, hold up. Never mind.
I watched a movie yesterday that I didn't think I would ever watch. Or at least part of it.
What movie?
Shrek 3.
Oh, you've never seen Shrek 3? What?
No!
That's the one with, like, they have the babies somehow, right? The baby dragons?
Yep, the donkey dragon babies, which was a little weird.
Which gets funnier and funnier.
I didn't need to be reminded that they had a child. Like, that was already... It was vague enough when it was like, oh, yeah, he's dating a dragon. And then it's like, oh, nope. Yeah, they reproduced. And it worked.
Hey. Yeah, that's the odd thing.
Shrek does not pull punches for, like, adult jokes.
Oh, like, really? I haven't seen him in ages.
In Shrek 3, there's a scene where, like, one of the opening scenes, where the gingerbread man gets pants on, and it's only his front. And he goes, I've always wanted chaps. And it's a cheekless chap joke. Like, in a kid's movie.
Amazing.
And also, the Do the Roar kid is so funny to me. Do the Roar.
I don't even remember that kid.
Do you not remember? It's like this like chubby little kid, and his dad goes up to Shrek. He's like, "Hey Shrek, my son really loves your roar," and he's like, "No, I only do it when he's angry." And the kid just goes, "Do the roar," and it's like that entire scene is that.
Breakaholics has also never seen it. So, Dragon, what finally prompted you to see it after all these years?
Well, I didn't mean to. My family was watching it, and I was like doing homework, and I came up to get food, and I'm like, are you guys watching Shrek 3? And they're like, yeah. So I watched the end of Shrek 3.
Breakaholics says Shrek 3. Bye. See ya, Breakaholics.
Oh man, when the portals get small, that's when it gets really weird for me, because I can't really zoom in on it. So it's hard to do the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see how these look with the opposite colors. I hope they look good. Ooh, that looks a little clean.
Oh, that's looking good.
Oh, that looked really clean.
Yep,
No,
that looks really
it
good.
looks good. Dang it. I have to do it for all the rest of them.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's worth it. That looks amazing. He's the
it
guy who
is.
doesn't have to do the effect.
Okay, well, here we go. Here goes nothing. Time to put them on the top ones. I think
Copper says, Portal, are we going to see your screen at some point? Yeah, I kind of forgot I wasn't on. There we go. Here's my screen. What I'm doing is way less interesting than Dragons visually, I think. So we'll probably go back to him soon.
Okay.
You
Good to
okay,
know.
Dragon?
Yeah, the pressure's off me now.
For a couple of minutes, then we'll go back to you.
Cool. I'll make sure to do all the important stuff while you're not looking.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Okay. So we're just doing the little portal lines on, because I think that's how you're gonna transform weapons every time. Because I think I might give you this ability on your character, which is
You should.
because that's like a staple portal master ability, is like whether I don't know if it'll be your locker PowerPoint or an item you get that transforms, but it's almost like normal portal master.
I'm getting very close.
Yes, and your arc will complete that.
Hey, I'm excited.
Yeah. Get some more portal magic type spells, that type stuff. I think you're gonna love it.
Roasted Bricks animation. Hey, I'm loving that profile pic. That is legit. It says hi.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, we're going back to your screen, Dragon.
Okay, I'm just drawing right now the portal on the summoning thing that's summoning up your what's it called? Your sword. So I'm gonna look at how the top looks as compared to the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So here we've got obviously the magic missile's got the little portal detail. I have to go through twice every time to render it properly, but so when the staff disappears, yep, it looks too good to not do it on everything else. Cool. Thank you
It
very
looks
much.
amazing.
All right. Time to do the opposite color on the purple portal. Okay.
All right, Dragon, I'm going to have to go after I finish this build, probably 10,
Perfectly
15
fine.
minutes.
I'll probably finish up this animation and then I'll hop off.
All right, what are we at time-wise? We're at about an hour.
Okay. So you will not be able to stream Tuesday, correct?
No, I will be in like Ohio or something.
Okay. I will do a solo stream then and finish off the next two.
Thank you.
You got to keep the stream going.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I'm trying to think. Are you able to make a stream?
Ooh, that's a good question.
If not, I can easily set it up. Like I can just have one set for like midnight at Tuesday, and then you can just. Oh no, because you can't start it. You can just tell me like what time to have it scheduled for.
Yeah.
And then yeah, because I'll be available. Like I'll have my phone on me, and I can do this all from my phone.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have a stream Tuesday, guys.
All right, that's the plan. We're Dragon's held to it.
Yep, I've committed to it on stream. That means I have to.
Exactly. Copper says to tell Dragon that it looks lit. Indeed it does. Dragon, you keep getting removed from the stream for some reason. Is that on purpose? Am I missing something?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
What?
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm hitting enter.
Oh, no.
I'm not hitting. I'm like, why is it not taking pictures? I'm hitting enter on the StreamYard.
I see. Gosh, it's so hard to do this without being able to zoom in. I'm sad that that's not a feature.
That's too bad. I guess they figured for some reason that, hey, it's a bigger screen, but like zooming in is still very useful.
Yes, if we ever make a stop motion app, which is becoming more and more like attractive the more I use the stop motion app. Like
the more we get annoyed.
Yeah, the more we get annoyed at certain features, like that is going to be one of the things. Like better drawing API.
Mm-hmm. I think we can make a killer app.
I think so.
We just need to be able to make an app.
How hard can it be to make an app? Famous last words.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm going into programming. Most of the people I know are going into programming. Like, what's the worst that can happen?
Hey, you figure out how to program it, we're down. We're in business.
You can do the graphical aspects.
Yeah. You get some lightsaber effects in there.
Yeah, you
Some
do all the
bullets, flame, blood
technical
splatter.
knowledge. I'll program it. You'll market it, or bro, what if that's the big success of our thing is we turn our stop motion channel into a tutorial channel. I mean, not a tutorial channel, but it's a promotional tool as well.
That's our thing. Yeah, I'd be down for having a stop motion app. If it's good, it's like the ultimate sponsor. It's our product.
Man, the more we talk about this, the more I want to do it, but it's gonna be so hard. Programming an app alone is ridiculous. We'd have to pioneer software.
We got the Discord too. I'm sure people on there would be happy to test stuff out for us.
Absolutely.
Copper says a new programming language, PD++. Oh, Portal Dragon ++. I love it. Yeah, a stop motion app would be lit. We could kill on that.
I'm just trying to think of what the progression would be. That's always the most important thing. How does the stop motion, how does the application progress? I assume the base pictures, then masking software, then what's it called? Then drawing.
Then we go extra, and then extra effects, I'd say.
Exactly.
I think it's important to make sure the interfaces, make sense. Because I feel a lot of them don't have an interface that makes sense.
Yeah, not as intuitive as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
What if this app was made by people before us who had the exact same thought?
I mean, possibly. It's time for it to be done better though, because this app, the glitches don't get fixed and quick enough, and it's a good app. It's done great for the community, but I think it's time for it to go. Whenever we figure out how to program, that is.
Yeah, once we learn how to program.
It's the best, yeah.
For now, please don't cease and desist us. But later.
Yeah, later.
You won't be able to because we won't be using the app anymore.
Copper says, first you have to write a book, Stop Motion for Dummies.
I wish I could read that book.
Oh, yeah. I'd read that.
Yeah, I would too. For no particular reason, of course.
You know what I'm excited for as well? Is once we do a face reveal, we can actually have a background, right? Because right now, we don't show a background, but if we have the camera facing us, there's you can put something up on the wall. I like that idea. Not to totally switch around, but totally switching around.
Okay. I'm concerned about how this portal will turn out, but I think the distortion effect that I'm doing is going to turn out good. I think on these larger scale portals, I'll just do a quarter turn swirl.
Oh, yep.
Okay, I need to make the swirl bigger, but...
Oh, by the way, do you have any plans for early January next year?
Early January next year? I mean, other than school, probably not. Why?
Okay, I found this thing that's super cool, and I think it's on a weekend. I didn't know this. It's a huge thing in the brick filming community. Someone told me about it, and I was like, they're like, hey, do you know what THAC is? And I was like, no. And they're like, you should. And I was like, okay. So then after stream, I looked it up. It's this huge brick filming contest that happens every year. It's one of the bigger ones, where they announce the theme, and then 24 hours later, you have to have your project submitted. Ooh. So all scoring, all set building, all filming, it all has to be done in 24 hours. All
24-hour stream?
Yes. Oh, okay. That would be super legit, actually. In the future, in a couple years, that would be a great 24-hour stream. But I was like, oh, this sounds so fun to do. Because they actually do it with Lego too. So there's they did the, I don't know, it was some $400 set they were giving away for the winner. I was like, ooh. Pretty legit. It's a cool contest though. They have like either like a letter or like 2 colors of bricks that have to be in every like on top of each other in every scene, so you can't like cheat and make stuff beforehand. It's quite the cool competition.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm like that'd be cool to do in the future. They also have like a 1-week one, and I found it interesting. Or it was like a 2-week one, and their 2-week one. Copper says, "Are there prizes?" Yes, there are. For like the top 3 or 5 teams. I found it funny though. They're 24-hour one.
Teams, you say?
Did I say teams?
Yeah.
I think we could do it together. That was I need to look
Ooh,
into it.
if we did
could.
a team, that would be ridiculous.
It'd be so cool. But I found it funny that their 2-week one actually gets less, like a couple less entries on average than the 24-hour one. And everyone's like, "Yep, that's because brick filmers like to stall." I was like,
Yo,
"Yep, that's
absolutely.
accurate." Yeah, Copper, the first prize, you get to pick. First place gets to pick which out of like 5 prizes or something. First prize took like the $300-$400 creator treehouse this year. And I was like, that is a lit set. They also had like the huge Monkey Kid village and stuff. I was like, dang, I learned about this like 2 weeks too late. Or 2 months too late. 3 months too late. A little bit too late. Also, a lot of people keep asking us if we're going to do another one of those streams where we, what's it called? What is it called? Oh, where we film whatever you guys say. And there will definitely be more of those in the future once I get back from...
I think those were really funny. Was like the best part of those. Like the results were hilarious.
I thought so too. I thought it was pretty funny. People had some pretty funny ideas.
Why does it look so good? Gosh dang it.
It looks amazing.
I have to do that every time. No. Stop. Stop looking good for once. I hate saying that, but still.
We also, in like that 90-minute stream, got like 400 message chats. I was like, whoa. And YouTube apparently likes when you get a lot of chats. So I thought that was pretty nice. Nice bonus of that. Okay, get this. With the app, on the channel, we could host a contest where you got to use the app.
Ooh, I like that.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool. Also, it'd be legit to be live streaming with our app. And then if there's like a problem or like someone's like, hey, this would be a cool thing, or like that would be a cool thing, we could just like add it later. And like it'd be like, hey,
absolutely,
we added this.
We could, I mean, arguably we could code on stream too, is another thing.
That would be really cool. That would be really cool.
Just writing all this down in the note.
Yeah, exactly.
Channel that we definitely have for this reason.
Oh yeah, we definitely have that. Yeah.
We definitely don't have just like stupid immature stuff.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. It's definitely not something I had to hide from like the bots, because they were like, that was so funny when that happened.
What?
We had like that. We had a log of like Caleb helped me set up like this bot log that like logged messages and stuff. And I realized the bot could see our private chat and was going to start logging. I was like, oh shoot, I gotta fix that. I was like, this is really cool. And then I sent you a mention. I was like, @Dragon, you ready to stream? And I got a little ping in the bot channel. I was like, hey, this just happened. Portal deleted this message that added Dragon. And I was like, oh, we should probably fix that. So yeah, we fixed it. But,
we've definitely never used the Portal and Dragon only chat to tell each other to get on to play Minecraft.
Oh, never. Definitely not. It's definitely not like our go-to chat for everything.
Yeah, it's just definitely not me and Portal's DMs.
Okay, I gotta run.
Okay.
Real quick, I'll read the latest chat. Copper says, how much are you guys going to charge for the awesome app in the App Store? We'd have to figure that out, but I like the style of it's free, and then there's like a couple like unlockable stuff for like $5 or $10.
I actually just finished the stop motion. Ironically.
Oh, wow. That was good timing.
That was really fast for what I had to do. I think the chromatic orb was just so much color switching.
So much work. Yeah.
If I'm done, I think I'm done. So I'll throw that up on the Discord. But I'll pull up
Yes.
the final preview, and then we'll probably pop off.
Okay. Also, I can stay for 2 minutes then. We can finish this up.
All right, let's take a look. Yeah, I like the way that this is turning out.
Sorry guys for the shortest stream today. I have to unfortunately run, but in a week we'll be back stronger than ever.
All right, here you guys go. Oh, I'm gonna have to play it again. But
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
okay.
Oh, I like that.
All right, we're gonna go from the beginning again. Oh, why is it so good?
That's amazing. The swirls add so
The
much.
swirls, the fact that they swirl. Okay, all right.
The fact that they swirl.
The fact that they swirl. Okay.
Oh man,
All right.
that's
well,
awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely the effect we're gonna be going with. That's the effects test.
And you're stuck with that forever.
Yep.
Worth it though. That's legit.
Totally worth it. All right. Well, see y'all next time.
Goodbye. Possibly you guys might see Dragon Tuesday.
Yeah, see you guys Tuesday, where I will finish up the final 2. Should be pretty quick, 2-hour stream, I'm guessing.
All right. Yeah, I gotta run.
All right,
Everyone, goodbye. See ya.
See ya.